Good morning, YouTube. I'm up on time. I feel like I slept there for quite a while with my alarm going off because I was just so exhausted. But I'm up. Wow, this looks like all new lumber in the neighbor's fence here. Neat. Okay, sorry, I'm not very focused yet today. I'm still super tired, and man, my hands and my feet are hurting like crazy. Well, my hands are actually not so bad now since I've woke up and been moving them around, but God, did they hurt when I woke up. Feet hurt. I guess I should say the date and the time. That would help, wouldn't it? It's 4:56 p.m. Wednesday, February 2nd, and not as warm today as I thought it was going to be. It's kind of chilly out, which is funny because it's like super sunshiny, but there's a breeze and it's a little on the cold side. I was hoping to wear shorts again today, but I had to dig around and find some pants because it's going to be really cold when I come home. Like something like 40 degrees, I think. So, of course, if you're watching anywhere outside of Phoenix, you're like, that's a cold. That's a nice day. But Phoenix cold. I mean, I live in Phoenix. I expect to be able to wear, shorts and a t-shirt anytime, 24/7. So it's gonna be a little bit too cold for that. Anyway, I'm walking north up 46th Street towards Thomas. Oh my goodness, I am just so groggy right now. I really wish the city would put a sidewalk on this side, but I don't see it happening. As you can see from the space between the curb and the cinder block walls, there's really not a whole lot of city easement right here. Doesn't look like. And that's assuming these people put the cinder block walls in the right spot, which is kind of a big assumption. I'd assume that's probably correct, though, considering where the I'm saying there's a, what do you call it there, a support cable, a power pole. So I'm walking in the gutter. Sometimes that's all the infrastructure that pedestrians get. Oh my goodness. Trying to wake up, trying to focus. So I did check the transit app before heading out the door. First checked the 44 south, and it was I must have just missed it because it's quite a ways off time-wise. I forget how long I would have been waiting after walking there, but it seemed like longer than I felt like waiting. So I checked other options. Just a little bit of zooming out showed me that the 17 on McDowell was basically driving right by. So that pretty much means I'm going to be waiting another 30 minutes if I'm lucky and it shows up. And I've about had it with that whole if I'm lucky and it shows up shit on the 17. And that kind of makes me wonder, like, how much control drivers have over what routes they drive and being assigned to routes and stuff. And if perhaps the reason that Route 17 is so frequently short drivers is because it is the Route 17. Because it does have so many fentanyl junkies and nasty vagabonds and what have you getting on and off it. People trying to get on without the fare to pay. Arguing with drivers and that kind of thing. If it just ends up being a situation where drivers are like, hey, I'm not driving that route. Either put me on another route or I quit. And the bus operators, and I say bus operators because unlike other municipal transit systems. I'm pretty sure most of the buses in Phoenix, and I could be wrong, that the 17 might actually be operated by the city of Phoenix, but the majority of the buses in Phoenix are operated by contractors that just bid to the city for the contracts to operate the buses. So I was talking to somebody about there being a bus driver shortage and whatnot, and someone was like, well, that surprises me. It's usually a really good job working for the city. And I'm like, yeah, usually it is, but the majority of the bus drivers are not working for the city. They're working for these private coach operators that won a bid with a contract for the city. And of course, the problem with bids like that is, generally speaking, it ends up being a race to the bottom. The contracts go out to the lowest bidder, which is not always the best. And then you end up in a situation where a company's trying to do it, because the company fought for the contract by offering the lowest bid. You've got the company trying to make the maximum profit on the contract that they did for the lowest bid, and then having not having the funds available to pay drivers a wage that makes CDL drivers actually want to do the job, which cause and effect. That's how you end up with the driver shortage. I don't honestly know what bus drivers are paid here in the city, but I can't help but think that if the pay was higher, they'd have more of them. Especially since what I hear is that they do train people to get their CDL, but I just have a feeling that people who already have a CDL look at what they're offering to pay and think about all the riffraff that they have to deal with on the city buses, and because bus people are a thing, and and they're just like, hell no, not worth it, not worth it. And that decision, of course, of not worth it is, decided by what other jobs can I get with that CDL. And on that note, and I swear to God, I'm not a shill for Amazon, in spite of having been a customer for over 20 years and formerly been a marketplace seller and currently working in a fulfillment center. And I do gotta admit, I was a bigger fan of Jeff Bezos before he somehow turned into this weird, cartoonish combination of Lex Luthor and Dr. Evil. I still laugh every time I think of Jeff Bezos. The first thing that comes to mind is his big penis rocket. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, like look it up. Just look it up on YouTube. I forget how many months ago, but it wasn't that long ago. He shot a rocket into orbit or into space or whatever. I think William Shatner was on it, if memory serves, along with a few other, not astronauts as much as just wealthy people and choice celebrities. And the rocket looked like a penis. A circumcised one with a perfectly shaped head. Hey, look, sidewalks, yay. And broken glass, not cool. So Yeah, I think it was the Daily Wire did a video where they combined. You better stop for the sidewalk, dude. Where they combine actual footage of coverage of Bezos' rocket. Apparently that shopping cart doesn't have the locking wheels that lock when you get too far away from the parking lot. Actual coverage of Bezos' rocket, followed by, well, interspersed with footage from.
Can you help? Yeah.
Yikes. Yeah, she probably lives in an apartment right here. She's moving, it's like 6 cases of Fry's bottled water in a shopping cart that's stolen from somewhere. So I'm thinking that's not a homeless person pushing a cart. She probably lives in an apartment down the road, but man, I haven't been able to buy a case of water since I haven't had my car. I can relate to that. I'm certainly not stealing a shopping cart to transport 6 cases of it. Well, and I am walking away from the bus stop. Whoa, 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 whoa! Look both ways, bitch. Thank you. Yeah, people coming out of, wow, and this is a dental office. Kind of makes you want to knock your teeth out. Yeah, people come out of driveways like this all the fucking time. And roll up, block the sidewalk, look to the left, and then drive to the right without looking to see who's there. That's how bicyclists like that and pedestrians like myself nearly get hit. She was not looking in my direction and was moving forward. Is it too much to ask people who drive these giant 4-wheel killing machines to look in the direction they are actually fucking going? Come on. Okay, let me check my other phone, see how close the bus is. So as I was checking the schedule before, it looked like it was going to be way longer than I felt like waiting. Way longer than I felt like waiting for the 44 South. Seems like it was scheduled for like 5:22 or something like that. Um, 17 was going by. Fuck riding the 17 in general, but that would mean the next one would be like a whole 30 minutes off. If I was lucky enough for it to show up, which is always rolling the dice with the 17, seems like. As I was saying, I can't get the feeling drivers absolutely don't want to do that route, and that's why they're coming up shorter with that one more than other ones. Anyway, opening Valley Metro. So I looked up I'm on Thomas, it's Route 29. I looked up on Thomas, and there was a bus just about here, which obviously I didn't have it quick enough to go. It was approaching 48th Street at the time, but then it showed another one that was at Hayden, running a wee bit late, and it looks like that one's, oh, it says 5:10. Just go count this at 5:10. Oh, it's at 48th Street. All right, wow, I almost didn't make this one. I kind of pushed that. Wow. I figured I would have way more time to walk than it takes to drive here from Hayden, but apparently 29 can make good time. Yeah, I can see it right now. So, wrapping this up. Thanks for coming with me, and hopefully at some point I'm less than 2 days behind uploading these things. But yeah, that's just kind of where I am right now. just seems like a general bad idea to use Amazon's Wi-Fi to do the uploading. You know, most places that allow me on their Wi-Fi, I don't think twice of uploading my vlog videos on the Wi-Fi, but most places I figure aren't really auditing what their bandwidth is being used for, and just I figure most places have IT departments that just do the bare minimum to keep the shit working, but Amazon isn't most places. Oh, and when I was talking about where people who have CDLs can work, yeah, I would imagine fire truck. Yeah, I don't see people up ahead making any effort to pull over for it. Hope it can get through the intersection at 44th. Yeah, I got a feeling that people who have a CDL can probably get paid more driving a truck for Amazon than they can driving a city bus here in Phoenix. I also got a feeling that me without a CDL could probably get my training at this point, since I'm already an employee of Amazon. If I pursue it, put in for it, I could probably get my CDL training through Amazon. I don't know that for sure. I'm just throwing it out there because Amazon seems to have a whole lot of stuff available to train people into positions. I mean, they even have like a computer science, what do you call it? Scholarship. Of course, I missed the deadline to apply for it. I was really going to apply for it. Anyway, I got to wrap this up, but hey, thanks for coming with.